Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by Always More Sims here on YouTube, and I am back with a speed build. This is actually only part 1 of 2, because together, this video, if I had kept it all as one part, it was over an hour long. It was such a huge speed build, and that was going even faster than I have it going right now. I actually am going to blame the game for this, and karma is going to come back and bite me in the butt for blaming my game. It's what it seems to do. But if you can see, there are times where it gets really laggy, like right there. It just got very laggy, and the roof is, see how I'm just kind of sitting there? It takes forever for it to load and gets jumpy. See, and I don't know why my game is suddenly being like that. This is the first time I've built since getting my game to work again. See, it takes forever for things to load. It doesn't look like it takes that long here, but really it was taking like 2 or 3 minutes at least for things to load, and it was really annoying. I pushed through, but it was super annoying. Anyways, this house is for my Disney Legacy Challenge. I have not filmed it yet, but recorded. I'm actually going to do that after I finish the voiceover for the second part as well. Now these are not both going to be going up on the same day, just because I need more to be posting. I need more to post. I'm gonna have this both parts go up on separate days. So, anyways, yeah, this is where my Disney Legacy Challenge is going to be. This is going to be their house for the 3rd generation. I think I'm getting sick, which I will talk about in a second because I keep getting distracted. I have actually already moved the family to the town that I'm building in. I'm building in Cascade Shores, and if you guys have seen my Perfect Genetics Season 3 video, the choices, which if you haven't, or even if you have, go check it out again, and vote as many times as you want. I don't care how many times you vote. It doesn't matter to me. Just go vote. Go do it. This is one of the world choices, and last I checked, really loud car just went by my window. Okay, I'm so scattered brain today. I'm sorry. Oh wow. Okay. This is one of the world choices in my season 3 of the Perfect Genetics, and no one has chosen this. No one has voted on Cascade Shores, so I have a feeling it's not going to win unless it suddenly pulls through, which would really surprise me. But I love this world so much. I wanted a smaller world that I feel would fit Snow White, the Snow White generation, and what's the 4th one? I forget. Let me look real quick. Sleeping Beauty. I feel like this is, a pretty decent world for that. And so I thought, I'll just use it. Why not? I like the world. It's cute. I'm going to use it. So I did. And yeah, I like the world. I like this world a lot. So, the house. Let's talk about the house for a minute. Did I say that this is just the building segment? The first part is just going to be building, and the second part will be decorating and furnishing and stuff. And there will be trees in the the house afterwards, in the screenshots of the house that for the thumbnail, there are trees, but I forgot to put in trees. I normally forget trees in my houses, and I feel like that's because I'm so bad at landscaping. Landscaping is not my friend. I feel like all my landscaping looks awful, so yeah, I completely forgot to put trees. I wanted to, but I completely forgot. So I think I went the wrong way or something. Okay, here we go. This house has 7 bedrooms. That is counting the master bedroom though, and if you can remember, for the third generation of Disney Legacy, we have to have 7 kids. And if you count the nursery, then there are 8 bedrooms. So we have enough bedrooms for each kid, but I didn't decorate all the bedrooms. I just decorated the master bedroom and the nursery. For some reason, I decorated all the bathrooms, well, except for one. I forgot one of the bathrooms, which, you'll see me kind of, like, in the second part of this, you'll see me just kind of, like, spinning around, like, looking at it. I was personally, like, debating, do I decorate it? Do I not decorate it? And I just ended up deciding not to. And the reason I didn't decorate any of the other bedrooms is because I want to be able to personalize them to the sim that will be living in the room. So I just left them blank. Plus, I'm trying to make this house as affordable as possible because I wouldn't mind kind of struggling for money in this next generation. I think it'd be different and make things a little more interesting because I feel like a lot of the time we do pretty decent with money. We don't really struggle too much with it. So, yeah. Anyways, there's 6.5 bathrooms. Like, there's a half bathroom on the main floor, and all the others are full bathrooms. There is one office that I left undecorated, and I'm calling... So there's the garage, and then there's, like, the house. And if you go upstairs, the garage and the house are connected. And the hallway that connects them is what I'm calling the office, because I actually have something similar to in my own house, except it doesn't connect the garage and the house. Like, it's just like a place over the garage, and it doesn't have any doors, but it's my dad's office. It's where my mom's office used to be until she decided that she didn't really need an office. So, yeah. And then there's the nursery. So, I'm sorry about the sniffling. I don't like that I'm sniffling. I've been sniffling and sneezing all day. It's super, super annoying. Basically, I blame my brother for this. Nothing is my fault. I blame my brother for this because my brother likes to run around in shorts and a t-shirt when it's around freezing, and he'll be like, oh, it's warm out, and he'll argue with my parents about it's warm out, I'm not putting on a jacket, stuff like that. And he has started to get like a sore throat from being outside without a jacket on. And my brother touches everything. His hands touch everything. My cat is meowing outside my door, which will probably end up setting my dog off at some point. But yeah, my brother touches everything, and yeah, I'm getting sick because of it. And I hate being sick. I hate it. So, yeah, I've had a sore throat like the past week, and the sore throat has kind of gone away, which I'm hoping it stays that way. But now I have a runny nose and I'm sneezing, and that's just great. So, I have a list of things to talk about because this first part is about a little less than 25 minutes, about 24 and a half minutes long. I honestly don't know how long the second part is yet because I have not gotten that far. I have not actually recorded it yet and put it together, so I'm not sure yet. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some things. So for those of you who don't know, with my game, the past 2 months, my game has been out of order. Is what I'm now deciding to call it. My game suddenly stopped working, and I don't understand why. I didn't download any new CC. I hadn't changed anything, but suddenly it wouldn't open. So like if you have the launcher pop up and then you hit the blue play button and then your screen goes black. Well, my game would not move past the black screen, and I didn't know why. But basically I've been spending a lot of my time just figuring out and it was my CC folder that was giving me problems, because when I took out my mods folder, my game magically went back to working no problem. But when I put the mods folder back in, it was like, no, not starting for you. So I had to literally sift through all of my CC, like all of it, which was a really long process. I spent a lot of time working on it, just sitting at my desk, was sifting through all my CC, and for some reason it was a bunch of hairs. I don't know why, but finally I got through most of it. I haven't gone through my clothing CC, because I have CC that downloaded through the launcher, and I don't like downloading CC through the launcher, but originally I didn't know how to download CC in my mods folder, so everything went through the launcher. Well, then my launcher stopped working. It would no longer install stuff, and so now I've been doing it through the mods folder after I taught myself how, and it just I don't know. Any of the CC clothes that I have in my game right now are from the launcher. They are not they're not from the mods folder, because I have yet to go through all that. And then like some of my favorite hairs are all gone. I don't know why they suddenly no longer work, but I have new CC in my game that I didn't download it recently, but I guess that it was inactive before and suddenly is active now. I don't know. Oh, we just jumped. Most likely that was because I had enough, because it took me like 3 sittings to get through this house because of how laggy my game was. It was so aggravating that there were a lot of times I just wanted to go, I'm done, no way. I'm like, come on, gotta finish this. I'm hoping this is not how it will always be. If so, it's going to be really, really annoying, and it's going to really tick me off. Because I still have another house I want to build for my Perfect Genetics Season 3. Yeah, fun, but yeah, so that's what's been going on with my game. Hopefully I can get those hairs that I like so much working. I use them all the time, and like I don't know who they're from though. I don't know who they're by. It's not like water tagged on the picture. It's just a regular looking sim wearing a hairstyle, and it makes me really sad that it no longer works. So yeah, basically that's about it. That's what's been going on. I feel like I need to sneeze, of course. I hate that I'm okay, give me just a second. Alright, I'm back. I tried blowing my nose, but it didn't really help. You know, like when you're sick and you have a runny nose and you have like that one nostril that like clogs up and you you can't, sniffle it up, but you can't, blow your nose either, because it's like clogged, and that's how my right nostril is right now, and it's really annoying. Anyways. Okay, so the next thing I kind of want to talk about, I mentioned, because I've been posting a couple parts of Not So Berry while my game was, on hiatus and on the fritz and whatever you want to say. And I mentioned that my grandma was in the hospital. That has been interesting recently, because my grandma originally went into the hospital 2 weeks ago. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to be posting this later tonight. But 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, she went into the hospital to have knee surgery. And while she was there, the nurses realized that she was having a really hard time eating. And she was having a hard time swallowing. And my grandma's had a hard time eating for a long time, but my grandma does not like doctors. So she avoids them when she can. She didn't go to the doctor for a long time, since after my dad was born. So my grandma had knee surgery on the same knee 5 years ago, I believe. And apparently the doctors who did the surgery, they forgot to put something in, and it's been causing my grandma a lot of pain. But that was the first time she'd been to the doctor since my dad was born, and my dad is, he was born in 1963. I'm not doing the math right now. We'll ask Siri real quick. 2017 minus 1963.
It's 54.
It's 54. That's it, my dad's 54. It's really sad that I have to ask Siri. I know what the year he is, but yeah. Anyways, she hadn't been to the hospital since she gave birth to my dad in 1963. So when she went to the doctor to have that knee surgery, 5 years ago, she, all these things were coming up wrong with her, that, she had, I think it was high blood sugar, and she had this wrong with her, and this wrong with her, and this wrong with her, and this wrong with her. Nothing, too major, nothing that couldn't be handled with, a couple doctor appointments or, some medicine or something like that. But basically that was what happened when she hadn't gone to the doctor in, 49 years. So she started going to the doctor a little more often, really only when she needs to, but yeah, so she's been having a hard time eating for the past year or so, where it's just really hard for her to swallow. We noticed it last Easter, that she was having a hard time swallowing, but we didn't really ask about it, because when my dad tried asking, my grandpa got really defensive, which was actually rather surprising. But the nurses noticed, 2 weeks ago, that hard time eating. They watched her do it. They actually had an x-ray. They took an x-ray of her while she was swallowing, and they saw that her food was trying to go down her windpipe instead of down her esophagus, or, down the pipe that leads to your stomach. And it would eventually kill her if she doesn't have a feeding tube put in. But the thing is, because of how much pain she was in from the first knee surgery, the past 4 years, my grandma has been addicted to pain meds. Not a serious addiction, but she takes quite a few of them every day. I guess that is a serious addiction, but when I say addiction, I think of, alcohol addiction, drug addiction. And I mean, it's pain meds from her knee surgery 5 years ago. But my dad wondered if the pain meds weren't like possibly the reason she was having these problems. So it was either, her options were either have a feeding tube put in. So basically they cut a hole through your stomach, and they place a tube in and that's how you get your food. So either feeding tube, or she can go home and either starve to death or choke to death, and my grandpa's not strong enough to perform the Heimlich maneuver on her. So he would have to sit there either way and watch her die. Well, my dad didn't want to accept that. So the night that my grandma was told that was, I think it was Friday night, my dad came home and he started doing like all this research on it, on what he can do for it, what the options are, and he realized that, there's a possibility that the pain meds are what's causing this, and he went to the nurses the next day and was like, I want to take her off these pain meds first, and then we can have her decide, what she's going to do about the feeding tube and stuff like that. So right now my grandma has neither feeding tube, but she's still managing to eat okay. It's just a lot of soft foods, which really isn't much better than hard foods, because that's easier to slide into her windpipe, but it's also easier for her to eat and get down. So can't really do anything about either. And yeah, we don't expect my grandma to make it to New Year's, to be honest, because she has been on a steep downward slope for the past couple of years. Pretty much ever since that knee surgery, her mobility has been greatly lowered, and yeah, so everything got a lot sadder, but I just wanted to say that because I didn't really get the chance to explain it when I recorded Not So Berry, and I don't know. See, there's a lot of things that I really want to talk about, but I know I shouldn't. Not that I shouldn't, but just that it probably isn't the most appropriate for me to. Not that it's inappropriate, but it's just not the kind of thing you discuss in speed builds. So this part of the video is coming to an end. I mean, I'm still a little more than a minute out, but I will go ahead and start to close this part up here. I am sorry for bringing up that rather sad subject. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you guys have or haven't, I don't care anymore. Go check out my season 3 Perfect Genetic Choices and my new Let's Play choices. It would be greatly appreciated. And vote as many times as you want. I don't care how many times you vote. You can vote as many times as you like. I would just really like to get those, get my Perfect Genetics challenge back up and running and have a new Let's Play started. So, yeah. I'm just kind of till 33. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.